there. So since Monday, the 20th, I've had numerous conversations about what has happened and about the predictions that my guides and other guides have given and why we've not seen that play out, and how there could be a variety of reasons. One, maybe what has been predicted just hasn't played out yet, and it is going to, and we just have to be patient. But then there's the other, which came from a creator that goes by Taylor, and I'm going to tag her in the comments, her video about that. She says it much more eloquently and succinctly, but it may have been that those predictions were meant for our highest good, to keep us from falling into a pit of despair, which actually aligns with what my message is today. And I wrote a lot today about what I wanted to say about what happened yesterday and the journey that all of us have been on since the morning after the election, right? When we woke up collectively at 4 a.m., or maybe some of us, like me, an ethical psychic, couldn't go to sleep, okay? Some of us, that was our experience. And we were all woken by the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is rising regardless, no matter what. Whether that means KH is in the WH or not, the divine feminine is rising, because part of that divine feminine is trusting your intuition. It doesn't matter if you identify as a woman or a man or trans or queer, we all have divine feminine in us. All of us. Okay? And so we were awoken for a reason. And maybe we haven't figured that out yet. Maybe we are still figuring it out. Maybe we figured out pieces of it. But what I want to say to you, and I wrote this down so I don't, mince these words, okay? But yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And while we all know about I Have a Dream, one of his quotes that I think is the most applicable to what we are experiencing is, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." And that is true. That is true. And this next quote, well, yes, this person can be problematic, and sometimes it's attributed to Nelson Mandela. It is not actually a Nelson Mandela quote. It is from Marianne Williamson, but this is a correct quote. This is accurate. And Marianne said, "As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same." And so what I have done, and what other psychics in the 4 a.m. club have done, and others that are tapping into their intuition in this 4 a.m. club, whether they refer to themselves as psychic or not, we are letting our light shine. We are. Which I know I've gotten comments, and I am sure all the others have as well, that are part of the 4 a.m. Content Creator Club, have gotten comments that we've inspired people to let their light shine, to allow them to be unapologetic about themselves. So maybe that's a part of it. Allowing people to be authentically themselves in a world that oftentimes doesn't want us to be. And then another one, which some of you are going to really like this quote. "Darkness cannot be seen, cannot be felt, cannot be heard, cannot be smelt. It lies behind stars and under hills, and empty holes it fills. It comes first and follows after, ends life and kills laughter." J.R.R. Tolkien from The Hobbit. And that's true. that is what darkness will do. And then for my Christians, Jesus said, I have come onto the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. John chapter 12, verse 46. And in that verse, Jesus is talking about why God brought him to the earth. But we also need to remember that the Holy Spirit lives in us. We come from God. We do. We come from a creator. We didn't just poof and land on the earth. And so we have that light too, and we have to let our light shine. We cannot let it dim. And I have said previously, and I'm going to say it again, okay? Because I don't know that I've actually said it in a video. I think I've only put it in comments. But I want to be very clear, okay? That the most radical act of resistance in the face of evil and a system of despair, systems that create despair and fear, darkness, is to be joyful, be happy, smile, dance, sing, make art, uplift of others, find hope in all things. Those are acts rooted in light, not darkness. It is those acts alone and collectively that drive out darkness within ourselves and the world. So when we engage in acts and emotions that are with light and not darkness, we are doing the work that Martin Luther King Jr. said. We are driving out that darkness. Because when we turn up our oil lamp light by engaging in those acts and emotions of light, we collectively snuff out the darkness. We do. And so I want to remind you of what those emotions and acts are. So emotions and acts of light, okay, that create light, and when built up collectively, make it even brighter. Love, joy, hope, happiness, gratitude, serenity, and acts of light, kindness, helping others, donating however you would donate, and mindfulness, paying attention to your own emotions, paying attention to how you treat people. Those are acts of light. And when we collectively do those things, we squash down the darkness within ourselves and within the world. And emotions of darkness: anger, sadness, despair, guilt, fear, helplessness, hopelessness, and jealousy. If we operate in that area, if we feel fear and helplessness and hopelessness, we are inviting darkness into ourselves and into the world. And only when we turn to lightness do we squash that darkness within ourselves and within the world. And the more of us that do that, the lighter the world becomes, the less despair there is, the less anger there is, the less sadness there is. Because when we donate our time and we are kind to people, not only do we feel that ourselves, we feel lighter, right? But so does the person on the other end. Somebody said, I can't hope anymore. It's KILLING, me. No, it cannot do that. That is an emotion of light. It is impossible for hope to do that to somebody. So keep the hope alive, no matter what. And may peace be with you.